everybody, I'm Robert Storm.
I'm Adam J.
And this is going to be our full-on fucking spoilers review of Power Rangers. If you didn't see Power Rangers, there's zero crystals in this shit, then you shouldn't be paying attention to this fucking video. You should go watch our non-spoiler version. Yeah, I bust. What'd you do?
Billy died!
Come on, man. We're trying to keep this serious, man. Don't be
I'm sorry.
fake crying for a guy who doesn't really die.
Yeah.
I honestly...
That was a sad scene, though, man. Like
You took me out of it. I couldn't enjoy it. I'm looking over and you're like, oh, man, he better not die. I'm like, bro, you see the trailer. There's a blue fucking ranger fighting in the trailer. What are you getting so... Like, there's a heartwarming scene going on, and you took me completely out of it because you thought it was going to really go down. It was like, you saw the trailers, man. You saw the trailers.
I didn't pay attention to the trailers. I didn't like them.
So, anyway, let's get down to a real discussion about this. We're not going to, well, we're probably going to end up talking about what we like and what we don't like. But if you want to catch that basic, you can just go check the non-spoiler video. So, the movie starts off, Zordon Red Ranger.
Damn straight.
Liz's Bank Rita is Green Ranger. There was plenty of speculation about her being Green Ranger anyway. It was leaked a few months ago that Zordon was going to be Red Ranger. It looked damn
good.
Yeah.
It was gritty.
Yeah, it was...
in like, that first, 5 minutes, it's really gritty.
Yeah, and...
Like, you watched, the Yellow Ranger just die in Zordon's arms. Like, that shit was... Damn, this movie's dark.
Yeah, it starts off with a bang. I mean, Rita's trying to get the Zeo Crystal. Why exactly did she get the Zeo Crystal? I know it's... Oh, to destroy other worlds or other shit?
Yeah, she had the power to destroy other worlds.
Yeah, and then halfway, or not halfway, but toward the end of the movie, she hints that there's going to be others coming looking for the Zeo Crystal. So that's Zed.
The Machine Empire.
Machine Empire, too.
Yeah.
Those were the two that came right to my mind.
Yep.
Machine Empire and Zed. Mid-credit scene, they talk about Tommy Oliver. We don't see him, probably because he hasn't been cast yet.
Mm-hmm.
They probably want to wait and make sure the movie makes their money back. It has $105, it has $105 million budget, not counting marketing. So you want to think it's at least $150 million budget. So they probably want to wait till the movie, see if it's successful before they even
talk about sequels.
Yeah, why cast Tommy Oliver now if you don't know if you're going to make a second one?
Okay,
Dragon Ball Evolution.
Speaking of Tommy Oliver, there are 2 cameos in this movie. We get Amy Jo Johnson and Jason David Frank. It's a very short cameo. It's not really a big one. They're just kind of there at the end taking pictures and whatever.
Yeah, but they're together.
Yeah, they are together.
And I believe, Kimberly, I'm looking at Amy Jo Johnson. I wasn't looking at
she's just hot.
Jason David Frank,
so hot.
But she was wearing white and pink.
Yeah,
I don't know if
sexy.
I don't know if Jason David Frank was wearing green because I wasn't really looking at him. But yeah, I mean that was cool. That was cool. So let's talk about the movie. Let's dive into the Power Ranger mythos of this.
And if you're expecting if you were wanting maybe Jason David Frank to be Zed, which I wanted.
I don't know why the fuck you want that.
I want that so bad, but that's not what's happening. So
that was a ridiculous idea. I don't know what the hell you were smoking.
I want that so bad.
Why you want Jason
Reign with evil forever.
He's gonna be red. He's gonna be red. Doesn't make no sense.
Red with evil forever.
But neither here nor there. This movie, as a Power Ranger fan, I know you watched all that other shitty Power Rangers later on, but
Time Force rocked the house.
I grew up on Mighty Morphin.
I did too.
I watched Zeo. I watched part of Turbo, and then when the rest of when Tommy left, that was it. When the original cast left, I was done with Power Rangers.
It was like, no, fuck this shit.
That's not. I'm not into.
I did that too, man. I didn't watch all these other seasons until much later. Until 5 years ago, I didn't start watching.
Well, a few years back when it was all put on Netflix, a couple friends of mine was like, "Hey, you might want to watch Dino Thunder. Tommy comes back." That's what brought me back in to watch Dino Thunder. I give shit about SPD, GV5, whatever the fuck their Power Rangers are called. Samurai GX, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't care about that. Mighty Morphin is what I care about. That's why I was so intrigued about this movie. And I like the fact that they set up the Zeo Crystal as being very important from the very first scene of this movie.
So you gotta wonder, maybe they'll get new powers and maybe the third one or something, and that would be so cool. It would be cool.
They did say that people in the studio, Fox, because Fox does this, do want to make this a franchise.
And make 6 or 7 movies. Yeah.
Yes. And it would make sense if we get a Green Ranger in the second movie, bring in Zed in the 3rd movie, then we bring in the Machine Empire for the 4th movie, you know. But I really don't want to see, like, Dino Charge or whatever the shit. I don't want to see that shit in the movie. We want to follow the same characters. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Sort of like a saga of those characters. We want to see those characters grow. I really don't want to see fucking Samurai whatever in a movie. But I mean, they set up the Mythos. They retcon a few things with Zordon being the Red Ranger for one. I thought it worked fantastic. I want to talk about Alpha because we did not talk about Alpha in the non-spoiler review. I loved Alpha.
I thought Alpha was awesome. And big upgrade from his original counterpart. I'm not going to lie. Even as a kid, Alpha was annoying as crap to me. So, like...
He was the Jar Jar Binks of Power Rangers.
He really was. Yeah.
He was Jar Jar Binks before Jar Jar Binks was Jar Jar Binks.
Alpha 5 was like, bitch, Jar Jar. I was Jar Jar Binks before there was a Jar Jar Binks, motherfucker.
Which you mentioned...
He's the OG.
What you mentioned in the non-spoiler review about the cast, I agree with you 150%. I love the cast. The one,
so good.
The weakest part of the cast was the actor who played Zack. He didn't have enough to do.
I agree. Like, they didn't give him enough to do story-wise. And
not the actor's fault.
No, not at all. That's the script's fault. Okay, but no, he still pulled in a good performance.
The movie was about 3 Rangers. It was about pink, blue, and red. Those are the Rangers. And I think Trini had a little bit more to do than Zack.
Yeah.
But basically, it was Zack and Trini were kind of together in their own.
And they pretty much confirmed that she's gay.
Yeah.
She's into chick. She's
I knew that like 4 weeks ago.
That's fine though.
Because that
they don't make a big deal out of it though.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Don't make a big deal about it.
Yeah.
Personally, I would love to see a sequel where Kimberly hooks up with Trini.
That would be
Did she kiss Jason in the movie?
No!
Because she did in the trailer.
But you don't see it in the movie, no. Thank fucking God.
Maybe they realized, well, maybe they did that to throw us a loop, and then they put the Tommy Oliver thing in the mid-credit scene. They're like, well, you know, this really ain't going to make sense if we have them kiss. You know,
yeah, exactly. Like, that's the thing that pissed me off about seeing it in the trailer. I'm like, no! That is Tommy's woman! You backed the fuck off, Jason! Bad Jason!
I'm the opposite of you. I loved everything I saw in the trailers. I love even when the pictures came out of the suits and you were bitching up a storm. These fucking things look like, bro. You gotta update with the time.
I understand that you need to I understand that you need to update, but it took me so long to warm up to these suits because when they released the first official photo, I'm like, that's not the Power Rangers, it's the fucking Iron Legion at the Gay Pride Parade. Are you fucking kidding me?
It was fine. And
I look like something crappy Tony Stark created over a weekend.
And I love the way they explain the suits in this movie. The fact that it is a real metamorphosis.
Yes, no. That was a good addition.
Yeah, that was fantastic. It just ain't, it's morphin' time, and then out of nowhere, this spandex come on you. That's not a metamorphosis. You just change your clothes. Mm-hmm. In this movie, their skin went through a metamorphosis with the crystals, and they became the Power Rangers. Mm-hmm. And that the suits were underneath them. That it was really smart the way they did that. They hit us with the Power Ranger theme toward the end,
which also gives credence to the fact that they have the human powers too.
Yeah.
That the suits are under them. Yeah, okay. Like, that made me buy it a little more.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like that in the trailer either, but no, they do it in a very believable way.
Yeah.
That's the case.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do have the Power Rangers theme in here. Yeah. It's fucking awesome.
It's remixed a little bit, but it works.
Dude, it was literally the same theme from the original Power Rangers movie.
Are you sure?
Dude, it was literally the same, not from the show, from the movie. The theme that was redone for the film.
I had to go back and watch that
because no, dude, it's like a heavy metal, like a hardcore, like heavy metal operatic version of it. Okay, that they made for the movie soundtrack in '95.
Yeah, I gotta go back and watch it. I haven't watched the Power Ranger movie in maybe 2-3 years. I haven't watched Turbo in like over a decade. That movie's just fucking awful.
Nobody.
But I mean, and you know what? My wife, she's like, she's a Power Ranger fan too, and we were talking earlier today. It was like, you know, Rita wants to take over the world in the show, right? Why is she always attacking Angel Grove? There's other places in the world about Angel Grove. In this movie, they explain why. They got the fucking Xeno crystal there.
Yeah.
And it makes all the stuff as a fan, as a kid, you're like, why this, why that? They make it work in this movie.
They do. They actually went out of their way to explain, like, the plot holes that people always bring up.
I want to address this again. How people are
Do they have a villain that keeps attacking the same town? Yes.
Yeah.
Do they have a tedious romance with an evil boyfriend? Yes. Do they repeat the same stock footage? Where's the Hanna-Barbera? Who gives a shit? It's fucking Power Rangers.
I want to address the Elizabeth Banks thing again. Because I was really worried going into the movie because all the reviews I watched, whether it be Jeremy Johns, Collider, Chris Stuckman, Screen Junkies, I think did the worst review out of everybody who reviewed it. It's alright if you don't like the movie, Screen Junkies, but try to have some knowledge of what you're talking about. I watched Black Nerd Andre's review on it. Yeah. Fans love this movie.
Oh, yeah.
If you have no idea what the fuck the Power Rangers are, and you're a grumpy-ass motherfucker, you're not gonna like this movie.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. But so everybody in the reviews kept talking about Elizabeth Banks was like she was in a whole different movie. It was just like Kate McKinnon in Ghostbusters, where she's just playing over the top. And I was really worried about that when they said Kate McKinnon because that she bothered me a lot in the Ghostbusters movie because she was so fucking crazy. Elizabeth Banks wasn't like that.
No,
she had a couple times. Like Dan Merle said on Screen Junkies, the part where she comes to the pier and they're like, you're just on time. And then she's like, I was starting to wonder if you guys ever were smart enough to figure. And that script doesn't work. Yeah. How could they be just on time if you were starting to wonder if they would ever get it? It's either or. Either they were on time or.
True.
You know. So Dan Merle, I applaud you. That's a very good eye, good ear. You caught that. Fantastic. But I mean, she wasn't really she was over the top in some parts, but she gave us the let my monster grow.
Thank God.
And it wasn't like out of place. It felt good.
For the record, and he will testify to this, I squeed when she said that.
Yeah. When we were going to see it, you're like, they better fucking say that. But it didn't feel out of place when she did it. She was horrifying when she was in Trini's bedroom. That just sounds so much different than what I wanted to say.
Yeah, that was hot. That was hot though.
But yeah, I'm like she
I'm like, Rita, this character's gay. I'm sure she likes what you're doing right now and she's into that.
I don't know if
she probably finds this shit kinky.
but also it was awesome to see Rita kicking ass on that.
Oh yeah, like that's something you never saw in the original. Again, the one thing I applaud this movie for is that it gets the spirit of what Power Rangers was. It updates it, but it also gives you things that we would have never seen on that show, like Rita fighting, or Rita even really interacting with the Rangers, because we never saw that.
Yeah, like hardly at all. One gripe, though, and it's a small gripe, but at the end when Goldar picks her up and puts her in him, I thought there was going to be some kind of transformation.
Like I thought, okay, maybe that's why he has no face, because she was going to go into him.
Remember in the
Power Rangers movie with Ivan Ooze.
Ivan Ooze jumped into that one Zord and it transformed. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's not a deal breaker. I just thought, hey,
there's going to be something better.
Yeah, you know, I was like, oh shit, this is Goldar 2.0. Still don't like the look of Goldar.
I hate the look of Goldar. He looks so fucking awful.
You could have called him anything. But I think if they didn't call him Goldar, fans were like, where the fuck is Goldar? Yeah. Where the fuck is Finster at either?
I don't need Finster. I don't need Squad. I don't need Babu. I don't need King Finks. Just give me fucking Goldar the way he's supposed to be.
Let's talk about putties. Because we didn't talk about that in non-spoiler. They didn't bother me, man.
No, they didn't bother me. Like, I mean, again, the original guys in friggin' suits. And obviously guys in suits.
Yeah, and you knew it was going to be...
But here, it's just like random generic rock monsters. Yeah. Who cares?
But
not a big deal.
But when Zordon's training them, he's like, make sure you aim for the chest, just like in the original.
Yes.
So, but I mean, the putties are cannon fodder anyway. Mm-hmm. So I mean, they served their purpose. Yeah. I thought when the Zords were coming through and there were just fucking tons of fucking putties and they're just like, it was good to see the Zords one-on-one fighting. And we haven't really got that since the original Power Rangers.
The only really gripe I have with their power, the only big gripe I have with their powers, the Zords, and their metamorphosis and everything, is that they don't call out the dinosaur names. That's really the only thing I wish they would have done.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Because, I mean, come on. We kept saying during the film, it's Morphin time! Triceratops!
True. After the movie, it hit me like, well, they didn't say that. But then when I was watching the movie, I was like, I don't care. Because
they do fulfill enough story where these gripes are meaningless.
it was so emotional when they morphed for the first time. Billy just
They make it a big moment.
Zordon gave up his chance to come back to bring Billy back
from the dead,
and and Billy's death united all of them, and they were finally able to. It was
a great scene.
This movie is so much better than what the Rotten Tomatoes score is.
Oh, definitely. Like, dude, last I checked it was 48%, and I'm thinking about that as we're leaving the theater. I'm like, are critics out of their fucking minds? This was great.
But there's a couple real critics that I like, not high class critic. What's the?
I'm waiting for What the Flick's review on this. I want to know what they think.
That's where I'm going with this. Alonzo from What the Flick is a Rotten Tomatoes certified critic. He gave it a fresh. He said he liked it.
Oh, good.
And Alonzo is very picky on what he picks for movies.
Yeah, like this is the guy he cannot stand to watch Les Miserables. So that should tell you something that you like this.
And when right before you got in the theater, when you were going to get your drink and stuff, What the Flick's review just popped up.
Oh, so you haven't?
So I haven't watched it yet. Once I get done uploading this, I'm gonna go check it out. But yeah, I mean, I understand it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I think you look at it like, does it have a strong script? I think it does have a strong script. Were all the actors good? They were good. Maybe not great. Some of them were better than others, but there was no plot holes that I saw.
No, really, no. Like, honestly, like, I felt that this movie had a very strong flow to it. You know, you have so many reviews saying it feels like two different movies, and I never got that. You know, and I understand that, you know, most of it is like this compelling teen drama, and at the end you have giant dinosaurs fighting. Okay, I definitely get that you're like, oh, well, there's a change in tone. That doesn't ruin the movie.
But see, for me, it didn't change the tone.
It didn't, because they built it up.
Yeah.
Like, if it had just come out of nowhere, oh, there's giant dinosaurs now, you know, then it would have been jarring.
Well, the thing is, people are like, well, you got this first half of this movie, which is this YA, but they're saying it's at least good YA.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then at the end of the movie, you get this big action piece, but you see the fucking poster, what the fuck do you think you're gonna get, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, you know the shit's coming. And they built it up, and it ain't like it's the 90s show. It wasn't corny. You have the Rangers, they go out there, they're learning as they go.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess my one gripe about the movie, besides Goldar, is I don't like how the Megazord transform. I don't mind the Megazord look. I don't like how he transformed.
Yeah, that was another thing. Yeah. That was always like an epic moment of stock footage in the original show.
It was, but
it was looked so bad.
Like, I understand they wouldn't know how to do it, but you could easily had Bill Hader. Was it Bill Hader?
Bill Hader.
Come on the intercom, and be like, Rangers, you have to
form the Megazord.
Yeah, form the Megazord.
With your powers combined, you are Captain Planet.
Now, to be fair, I did hear a lot of Bill Hader's audio was cut from the final cut of the movie.
Oh,
they might have done that, and it might have just not flowed well.
All right.
But the way they did it was fine. Well, they all think they're gonna die. They want to die together.
They all grab hold, and then they come out as the Megazord. Like, really?
Now I don't know.
You were saved by the power of friendship. Friendship is magic.
But Autumn brings up a good point because of the lava too. Was their Zords then melted together, or did it transform? Because none of that was brought. None of that was clear. In the show, we see them going together and forming. And this one, they fall in. We see lava, and then they come out. So I don't know, man. I think, like you said, they just held it and then it transformed.
Yeah, like I don't really know how they did it. They don't really explain that very well.
That's my one gripe.
But yeah, that is a great with the film.
It's like, and Jason knows they have two power swords on his back.
And honestly, like, I think the fighting with the Zords separately was a lot more fun and entertaining than when it was together.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, even when it was together, like, it did not take long for them to fight Goldar. Like, the fight really doesn't last that long.
It lasts another 5 minutes.
Yeah, then Rita just comes out and goes, "Okay, stop. You know that more like me will come.
Yeah.
And I'll never go to Zordon. I am worthy."
Yeah.
She's so cool. And then she gets fucking bitch smacked into space. Like,
yeah.
That was, like, I don't know about that.
That's no worse than Megatron being dumped into fucking water at the end of Transformers 1. Or Megatron dumped in anything in any of the Transformers movies, but I digress. But it bothered me a little bit that Jason knew they had power swords on his back, but he didn't know they could transform into a Megazord.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you know you have swords on your back then? Just a little pet peeve. Not gonna break
Yeah.
the movie at all. I plan on going to see this movie again. I'm gonna take my brother to go see it next week. I might see it 2 more times. I don't know. I really enjoyed this movie a lot.
For all the movies that come out based on properties from our childhood, this is definitely
The best.
This
Has to be since the
that
original
I'm
Ninja
thinking of-
Turtles.
Now that I'm thinking about it, probably since the original Ninja Turtles, yeah.
And
movie,
I heard people compare it to the
1991.
Yeah, the 1990s.
That's what it-
what
Yeah.
that did for that
Turtles,
fan base. Yeah. That's what Power Rangers did for us. And you think about it, you look back and think about it. Has anything been like that since?
Not really. No, Transformers movies have sucked.
G.I. Joe
Nope.
sucked.
Yeah.
Everything's been like they rebrought Ghostbusters. It sucked. They're working on He-Man. I have
No faith in that. They already did one, and it was terrible.
Probably gonna be better than the new one though. But yeah, I mean it is, and it was dark and edgy, and I don't know. I enjoyed the movie a lot. I really liked it a lot. So
Yeah, I love Power Rangers. I'm very very pleased to say that, and I'm so happy to have been proven wrong about this film.
I'm happy that you got proven wrong about this film because the whole time
I know.
I was telling you and Joel.
All right, get your bragging rights out. Come
I was
on.
like, calm down, son.
Give me my crow. Give me my crow. I will eat it right now.
I was like,
okay?
You guys gotta wait for the finished product. There was people like I was constantly doing Power Rangers updates as news was coming on, much like I did with Dragon Ball Evolution. And when you text me or you posted it on Facebook like, and next week me and Rob's gonna go see Power Rangers, and you're like, God, I hope it don't suck. And then I said, to be honest with you, it might be like Dragon Ball
Evolution when you're so blind to it.
It might suck, but I'm gonna say I love it anyway just because it's Power Rangers. Unfortunately, I can 100% say, it doesn't suck. But yeah, you and Joel were like very skeptical the whole time. Like, man, I don't know about these suits and then these coins and this. I'm like, they gotta update it. Why are you whistling?
I don't know. I'm just waiting for you to finish your rant on.
So you interrupt me with a whistle?
Yep.
I didn't interrupt you in the non-spoiler review when you reviewed everything for 8 minutes. Get off me. So how do you want to finish this up?
All I can say is if you're skeptical about this movie, I was also skeptical, so give it a chance. Like, really, go see this film. And if you're a fan of Power Rangers, if you're very versed in the lore, I know that you'll very much enjoy this movie. If you're a professional critic, maybe like older, past the prime of Power Rangers with a stick up your ass, you might not like it. Because it wasn't made for you. But,
Yeah.
It was made for me, and I'm okay with that.
A lot of people are like, don't say it's made for the fans. That's a bullshit excuse. This was made for the fans.
It was made for the fans, but it's also made into a very compelling, dramatic film. And that's what's great about it.
It's a good reboot. This is what a reboot should be.
Yes.
This is what a reboot should be. And it works.
It's a perfectly welcome update of Power Rangers, and I'm very happy with it.
So, God, that's our review on Power Rangers, the movie. Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. Guys, for the love of God, hit the like button. It won't kill you. Take 2 seconds of your life. Hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And until next time, guys, I'm Robert Storms.
And I'm Adam J. Subscribe to me, too.
Yeah, subscribe to him at Filmmaster Adam. They should know I have you as a suggested person on my channels.
Yay!
And even Joe, even though he don't do no reviews. But he can't even get Critics Assemble on. But I digress, guys. Until next time, that's our opinion.